All right, welcome back.
Government is
Welcome back.
preparing
Welcome back.
to hand
Welcome
in.
back. Make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel. All right, your comment is very, very important to us. I want to know what you think about what the video is all about. I'm not gonna say much. I just want to give you updates based on the video that you're watching. This video on your screen now. I hope it's coming out like I don't want to miss it again. I've done that many times, so I hope you are seeing it.
Government is
And
preparing.
we are going to react on this video, not to analyze it. I just want to hear what he said. Very, very important because it is not clear to everybody, even non-Igbo people, that the hand that hold Mazi Nnamdi are not actually far from Mazi Nnamdi. It happened to be our own brothers, happened to be our own Southeast governors and all that. You know, if you don't believe that, then I want to list. I want you to listen to what this Yoruba guy said here. What he said is true. I agree 100% to what he said here. But even though people are, are kind of nursing some animosity against Mazi Nnamdi, like what he said, what he did, and all that. But if anybody who is sincere will tell you the truth that Mazi Nnamdi don't deserve this nonsense that is going on. Not at all. But please, like I said, I'm not going here to analyze it. I just want you to hear what he said and connect it to what you already know before that. Like many of us know that Mazi Nnamdi issue has to do with people that are inside, like Igbo people, Southeast governors, Southeast House of Reps, and what have you. They are the one doing everything. Even though that in the morning they are asked for Mazi Nnamdi release, at night they will go back and tell, please hold him tight. You know that kind of thing. So that's why you need to like the video so that the video will get to many people, and of course share it to many platforms of your choice. If you are new to this platform, we actually new to you as well. So for us to know each other, you have to subscribe and like the video and turn the bell notification on. Just be part of it. What we are doing here. We are not here to attack anybody or to promote violence or advise or encourage anybody to commit any crime. Here we condemn evil, bloodshed, killing, kidnapping, criminality of all kinds. We are not in support of it. We have said it many times and we will continue to say that. We actually want peace. We actually want environment that is enabled for everybody, like enable environment for everybody to live and let live, not demanding for people's wealth and homes, ransacking villages and sending people to IDP camp. We are not in support of that. Please do me a favor and pay attention to everything that this guy said here. I'll be right back.
To hand in Nnamdi Kanu is speedy trial and judgment.
No, let me start from the beginning.
So as the federal government is preparing to hand in Nnamdi Kanu is speedy trial and judgment. Like Nigerians already know by now. Following the shift of focus from all distractions to Nnamdi Kanu's case, it has now become clear that the federal government, alongside Southeast politicians, have now decided to quickly wrap up Nnamdi Kanu's matter because it has now dragged international attention. So they want to quickly wrap it up and hand him a judgment. So they are busy scripting the judgment. But these are three reasons that the judgment they are scripting already will not be popular and will not attract public acceptance. Number one, apart from the fact that while he was on bail the first time, they sent Nigerian military to go and unsettle him by invading his residence, buying people, and he had to escape. They still went ahead, coordinated his abduction from Kenya and brought him back in that numb state to present before a judge to obtain remand and detention order. And the judges were like, no, this is not how to bring somebody for trial. This person is not conscious enough yet. They said release him. Federal government refused. Apart from that, citizens are still complaining about abductions everywhere to government. We are complaining about abduction to government, invasion in our farmlands everywhere. People are missing and disappearing. People are complaining about kidnapping, abduction to government. Government by itself now went and say kidnapped somebody from Kenya and brought before a judge in a norm. So a lot of people started withdrawing to say, oh, did you not notice that the rate of japa increased between that time and now? Like, no, this is not a government. Like, people started losing confidence in their government. Like, why would governments do this kind of a thing? Abduction. We are complaining that people are abducting farmers on their farmland, complaining that people are being abducted, are disappearing, and government is itself coordinating abductions. Oh, little wonder nothing is done about abduction. You now brought him before the court. The court now said, no, the way and manner you brought this person is not right. He's not in his right frame of mind. What did you do to him? Did you inject him with any substance or what? He's unable to. Is this not the person we granted bail the other time that we sent military to go and dislodge from his residence? Injustice is screaming everywhere around it. So, court said release him. Federal government disobeyed. People now sat back and said, government disobeying his own court. You are making people lose trust in governance. Number two, the prolonged excessive detention of the man. Why you keep adjourning the matter? Even Simon Ekpa that was arrested how many days ago in Finland, they already concluded this trial now. This man has been there since Buhari, but Tinubu has spent how many years already? This over 7 years crossing that you have kept this man in detention. If you have handed him a sentence, everywhere would have been silent. But for political reasons, the southeastern politicians and the federal government, they have reason for what they are doing. And people are beginning to decipher that, oh, there's an agenda. It's not really about justice. Nobody is against trying Nnamdi Kanu. Nobody's above trial. Try anybody. But a trial where pre-trial detention has lasted beyond 7 years already, and he's still in detention. Even when they say releasing on bail, you refused. People can discern the political underhands in this thing. Number three, Toji Bello and other bandits, criminals, harmed to their teeth, head to toe, that you are doing round table negotiations with. People see them, people see them, then they look them, then they look you, look them, say, oh, wow, these people are to get that shot. This government has been taken over by bandits and kidnappers. So if you are throwing Ashwebi reception for bandits and criminals who are sacking villages, displacing people, invading them, even the last time, Malam Nasir El-Rufai, as governor of Kaduna State, admitted, he said it by himself, that he was paying bandits in southern Kaduna to maintain peace. It means you people know these people that are terrorizing people, and whenever people rise up to defend themselves against them, you call them terrorists. That is where the issue arose from. And that is lastly to say, if government not only pardon, but even Ashwebi reception, rehabilitation, and paying them is what you guys do in government, and you now want to criminal, you will be creating discrimination. You are simply saying that if you are harmed from head to toe and you are from certain region, you don't have a problem with government. But if you rise up and trying to defend your own territory against the people that are being harmed to displace us and kill people mercilessly, but you are not from the preferred region, you will be dealt with.
That
That
is
is
it.
what you guys are simply saying.
That
And
is
that is
it.
where the problem
Yes.
is. So that
Exactly.
is the third reason. Number one, apart from sending military to go and dislodge him while on bail, you kidnapped him from Kenya and brought him in non-states while citizens are crying that they are being abducted from their homes and farms. Government is itself carrying out abduction. Number two is that you excessively detained him without concluding his trial. Number three, real bandits, armed bandits.
I'm to
We
teach.
see you throwing receptions from them with Ashwebi and dialoguing with them and paying
All right,
them
carpet you.
on retention allowances. It's either you try all of them, all these people you have thrown receptions from, we expected you to round them up to face court and be in jail too, so that everything can be balanced and just. But when people perceive preferential treatment for certain sector or section of people that you are not giving to another section of people, there's no way you will have legitimacy in the outcome that you are scripting, because we know you are scripting it already. If I were to be in Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, why we already know what they are scripting? Because it is unconstitutional and wrongful to give privilege to one and deprive it against the other. It's called discrimination because it is wrongful and unconstitutional to give privilege to one and deprive it against the other.
That's
That
true.
is discrimination.
That is true.
1999 Federal Constitution. Discrimination is unlawful. So if I were in Nnamdi Kanu's legal team, we will be pursuing discrimination against the federal government.
Thank you so much. This is one of the reasons why I often use the word afonja when I talk about, because when you listen to some of our Yoruba people, you see them the way they talk. Some of them, you'll be telling them to, label everybody bad. That is why when you see my video, when I have afonja, understand the people that I'm addressing to, not all the Yorubas. He's a Yoruba guy, very, very intelligent and smart. You can hear what he said. But when you watch some of them justifying and trying to mold one stupid history to favor this discrimination and hate on Igbo tribe, it's not only peculiar to Yoruba people. When you come down to Igbo tribe, you see Iflefu, original Iflefu, and Ifajuna class. These people that have a way of they self-hate is what they're known for, saying all manner of nonsensical things as well, just in support of this discrimination and hate, thinking that they are hurting somebody without knowing that they're actually building a house that will later collapse on them. Anyway, I told us I'm not going to say much about this. I just want you to hear what he said, and you can see the plan. And the 3 points that he raised here is very, very important for you to understand the agenda and the discrimination from the federal government itself, celebrating with bandits, throwing a very huge party for them, paying them handsomely, and taking good care of them, sending a sophisticated weapon for them, and nothing happened. Even soldiers are taking selfie, with bandits, but trying to, sniffing around the southeast to figure out who is actually love Mazi American and to kidnap people in the name of arresting and or what have you. What kind of country is that? I want to know what you think about it. And like I said, I don't want to say much. Let me hear from you. I would like to know your own opinion on everything. And don't forget to like the video, share it, and put your comment. Let me know what you think. Like I said, and subscribe to this channel. God bless you. Take care of yourself. Bye-bye for now.